Yes, I thought I'd be finished this before the stream, but I'm not, so I'm just finishing shooting a video. All right, setting up. Where's my goddamn jigger? Oh, for fuck's sake, did I leave my jigger out there? All right, I'll be back in a sec. Ready in a couple of minutes. Okay, got a couple of things I forgot. Who's here? I see Saracen. Hello. Al Jaffee, famous Mad Magazine illustrator. And hello, Strictly Sego, Megalich, Lee. Right. Let's get this party started, right? This party started quickly. Okay, first room. I'm gonna get the bitches ready as well. The bitches, Angus the bitches. Okay. So, now my little GoPro. Okay, there we go. Do this, and then we do and then we do. Where's my fucking? Okay, fucking 5 mils. I'm eyeballing this shit. And sugar syrup. Right. And und one dash after Angostura. Right. Now, ice. Ice, baby. Stop this shit. Did I just move that glass too much? Anyway. Now we gotta stir it. All right. And this time into the glass. And what the fuck am I doing? A queen of orange. Right, that is that. Right, moving that right out of the way. So to the left, no, to the right. I have a code in my head. Gotta quickly make a second one. Check this out. And I'm not using any more of you. Almost made a big mistake, but it's okay. And do a little bit more of this because we're not doing the other one. Okay. Orange bitters. Angostura bitters. Bitter clear. Where to put my other glass? Okay, can you come up now? I've got a mystery taste tester. Do another orange coin. All right. Need to readjust some lights. And put this over here. Okay. Oh. All right. Oh. Now I've got to do that. Okay. All right. So I need to do this one in your left hand and this one in your right hand. Now I'm going to do a little bit of talking, get you to taste. I just want to get your... oh, wait, is this actually recording? You've got to record this. I need to do this so I can see myself. Yeah. I made a second old-fashioned without the mystery ingredient, and I've got a mystery taster to come in and taste the two to see if she can tell any difference between them. Then I'm going to do the same. So have a taste of the one in your right hand. How's that generally? You like it?
Yeah.
Okay. Taste the one in your left hand. Does that taste different at all to you?
Yes.
Right. What do you think is the difference?
This one's sweeter, the one in my left hand.
Okay. Now, remembering which one was in your left hand and which one was in your right hand, I'm not going to look. You give me one of them. Now, my turn for a taste. I'm going to taste this one. It's pretty good quality rum old fashioned, quite honestly. And now I'll get the other one. Tasting this one. Was this the one that was in your left hand? The first one you gave me, was that in your left hand or right hand?
Left.
I thought so. I actually agree with you. It's sweeter. The difference is this has just like 5 mils of apricot liqueur in it. This one actually even has a little bit extra sugar syrup to compensate for no extra apricot syrup, but the apricot syrup still makes it a bit sweeter, a bit lighter.
Yeah, it's nice.
Both really good rum old fashions. I think, okay, I'm going to go out on a limb. Most people are going to like the one with the 5 mils of apricot liqueur in it. So yeah, if you want to lift your game, just take your rum old fashioned to the next level. Hey, don't limit yourself to apricot for that matter. If you've got some fun fruit liqueurs, put another one in there and see how that goes. But that is definitely a way to get an improved rum old fashioned. I recommend you try it. Until next time, I guess I've got these two to keep me going. Cheers. I'm just going to do one more talky thing. Now to give it a taste. The fruit liqueur definitely lightens and sweetens the drink, even compared to adding the brown sugar syrup. So yeah, this is really worth trying. It's a way to change up and liven up your old-fashioned. Use a fruit liqueur. Cheers.
Yeah, can I have that one?
You can have that one. Okay, you get that one.
Yummy.
Good. Enjoy. All right, that's all that. Is this on Twitch? Lowtown. That is, what is weird? Taste of drink, died liver, seemed damaged from chloroform. Oh well. Look, alcohol's a poison. Some people who like booze or work in the industry go to great lengths to kind of justify things like, oh, it's not bad. Alcohol's a poison, and it causes a lot of social ills. But I like to drink it. So, time to turn this light on. There we go. Ooh, that's something. I'm going to get my chair, which is back in the other room. And then I'll be on like a donkey. All right. Sitting down, son. Now I need to. Oofed. Wait, did my phone just buzz or was that my imagination? All right, Mrs. Angry's hitting the cocktails. Wants me to make her a creamy bee. Okay. Doing that. Did they come up? Now, I think maybe that's just too bright. Doot. That's better. That is better. Feeling better. Sorry, Matt, I just saw what you were saying. I was concentrating a little bit on getting the ingredients right. All right. Where'd I put my drink? Give me that dang old-fashioned already. Yum. Rum old-fashioned. Okay. Yeah, so Mrs. Angry just likes the sound of a cocktail I made the other day, the Creamy Bee. So I'm going to make it for her in a bit. Just going to chill out with this drinky. Wait, can I? I'm just trying to think. Nope, that's not what I wanted. Oh no, I'm pushing the wrong button. Not this button. Ooh. That's probably better. Fiddling around with those little things on the light. Matt, have you not seen the setup before? Oh, well, it's only been here a week. I can get rid of that banner too. I'm not shooting a video anymore. My offspring moved out, I don't know, week and a half, 2 weeks ago. I lose track of time. Took over my son's bedroom. Check it out. The bar. There are all sorts of uses for chemicals, my friend. All sorts of uses. And also, because you're watching on Twitch, just in case you don't know, I use a thing called StreamYard to restream to YouTube, Facebook, and Twitch all at the same time. And most people watch on YouTube. But yeah, I thought you were Lemonhead. Yes, they're 22 and 20, actually coming up on 23 and 25. They actually moved in together, which is nice. They're got a really quite nice flat. So they moved out. We moved in. Mrs. Angry took over the other bedroom, calls it a Zen room. It's the yoga and relaxation room. For the offspring, well, the rent's okay. The rent market is fucked at the moment. But yeah, the rent's okay. What's funny about how fucked the rent market is? Okay, so this is a 5-bedroom house. And that was like for Mrs. Angry and I and 3 offspring and 1 spare room that's like used as an office study type area. And so I did toy with the idea. They're moving out. Should we move somewhere smaller? At an absolute minimum, just for the space we need, we couldn't go to less than a 3-bedroom place. And I was looking up the rent on 3 and 4 bedroom places. And even with the landlord increasing the rent a bit this year, it was cheaper to stay here than to move to a smaller place. So we just friggin' expanded. And yes, Loto, absolutely. If it was a bit stressful monetary wise, we could actually look at getting someone to share the house, but we don't need to. So yeah, Matt, you're coming for the bar? There's still a bed in. You can see it there. Actually, that's a bed. I haven't got rid of the bed because it's a good bed and not very old. So I don't know what we're going to do with that. If I get rid of the bed, I'll have more room in here. Could put a couple chairs in here maybe. And Loto, you are right. I think technically my landlord would not like if I sublet, but I'm not going to do it anyway. So it's a thing. I think, yeah, that's the only video I'm going to make tonight. I'll edit that tomorrow. And I have a short one going live tomorrow. Then I'll do that. And going to have a short version of that too. And then I have another idea. I made a special sweet and sour syrup. I decided to get really fiddly for no reason. I had all this orange juice and I didn't want to drink a whole bunch of orange juice. I'm not a huge fan of orange juice in cocktails. So I got all tricky and fussy. It was about 500 mils of orange juice, and I put it in a saucepan on the stove and simmered it and reduced it by about half. My theory was that concentrates the orange flavor, like half the water boils off. And then I added 200 grams of sugar to that to make a syrup. And then I added just a couple of grams of food acid. It's malic acid to simulate the flavor of a lime, and citric acid to simulate the flavor of a lemon. So it's a sweet and sour mix with an orange juice base. And I think it's actually pretty good. Later in the week, I'm going to make some cocktails with that. I was looking up some cocktail ideas to get ideas. And yeah, it's basically thing is going to be make a sour just with a few different base spirits, probably. I'll probably do a whiskey one and a gin one. I mean, hell, I might even do a brandy one. So, or, do it with tequila and it would be a orange margarita. So I think it's actually going to taste pretty good. We'll see. I was just in an experimental mood. So That's the thing I do. I experiment and get stuff. What do we got? Gonna do a creamy bee. Make sure I've got the recipe right, even though I'm pretty sure. Creamy bee. Get better. Honey, cream, raspberry liqueur, mac, cinnamon. Nice. Nice. All right. Yeah, I got Mrs. Angry intrigued with that one, so I have to make it for her. Now I've got the lighting right. It's just kind of like sexy lighting in here. Certainly, I think I've changed the lighting even since the previous YouTube video I made. I think I've got it right now. We'll see what it looks like. Getting close to exactly what do I want. Matt, we all make mistakes. What was your mistake? Made all sorts of mistakes. Don't want to be too hard on yourself for making mistakes. Was that on the Discord or Facebook that you messaged me? Must be on Facebook because it's not on Discord. Get better. Yep. All right, it's on Angry Aussie. That's why I didn't see it straight away. That doesn't look. Matt has bleached his hair, or possibly bleached and dyed orange, although that orange color might just be from bleaching it. I don't think it's a big mistake. It's an experiment. These things are experiments. Please don't take my maniacal laughter as judgment. Oh God, I saw it was a good old TikTok, someone going like, point of view, you decide on a whim to dye your hair red. And I actually think it's a wig that this girl's wearing, but she's got like long red hair and she ties it in plaits. And it looks pretty cool. And then it changed to point of view. You just remembered where you work. And she put a Wendy's hat on. She works at Wendy's, apparently. Which for people who don't know American fast food cuisine, the mascot of Wendy's, has bright red hair and plaits. So she looked like the Wendy's mascot. She probably doesn't even work at Wendy's. It's a controversial statement I'm making. And my controversial statement is people on the internet lie. Speaking of, I'm not lying. I'm just actually getting up to do something. Don't want to trip over anything as I go around. I am just putting the lid on a few. Put the lid on my ice. My ice bucket. It's an insulated food container. It's put soup in it. But it works for cold as well. So I put ice in it. It's my ice bucket. It'll stay cold all night. Put the lid back on a few things while I'm here. Angostura bitters, orange bitters, brown sugar syrup. That's it. Now everything's back in order. It's all back in order. All right. I also did a video for a friend doing a get well soon thing, and they wanted to pay me for it. I don't want to get paid for it. But yes, no, I was very happy to do a get well soon video for someone who joins the stream sometimes, and I think they felt a bit self-conscious about asking. I was happy to do it. But anyway, so oh man, I finished my drink. Should I make another drink? It's 8:30. I don't know. Tuesday night. Oh, I just watched Banshees of Inisherin as well. God, that was a weird movie. Weirder than I expected. Beautifully Irish. I fucking loved the Irishness of it. Just the way they talk. And I think they had everyone with pretty mild Irish accents, because I kind of think a lot of people on a little island community would be borderline unintelligible. And they all have quite light Irish accents in it. But just the way they talk, the rhythms and the phrasing, I friggin' loved it. It was great. Colin Farrell and Brendan Gleeson last together in Bruges, which I also like. To check in if Mrs. Angry is ready for her creamy bee cocktail. So yeah, Matt, I haven't watched that many movies lately. I thought Bullet Train was very funny, very silly, very funny. I did watch something else. What did I watch? Can't remember. I'm thinking of watching that Elvis movie because it's free on the streaming services now, and I was always kind of keen to see that. I think there's actually a couple that have come up on the streaming services I want to watch. Nice. Okay, I'm going to make it. Ooh, I have to. Actually, I might do the music while I do this. I got to go out and get the cream liqueur. Put the lo-fi on. Feature in my streaming software music. All right, so I got to go out and get the cream liqueur out of the fridge. And I'll be back. I'm just going to go and make a couple of cocktails. One for me and one for Mrs. Angry. And then I'll be back. And I'll leave the lo-fi playing while I do it. And you get the nice and colourful background. I'll be back in a minute. Literally a minute. Right. I'm also going to be extra classy on this and grind some nutmeg over. Okay. Actually, it's a bit easier for me to get around. Hey, Justin, how's it going? Right, 45, 15, 15, 15. Okay. This actually has few ingredients. I'm gonna get them back. Yeah. And barrel-aged honey spirit. Double check I've got this right. 4.5. Hey, Liam, good to see you, buddy. Hope you're well, man. Just angry when another cocktail. No one wants to. So, we're going to make a double. Honey. Here we go. Some glass. Now, where's the milk of everything else? This just exceptionally yummy cream liqueur from Tasmania. There's Road. 30 mils of blackberry liqueur. Da-da-da. 30 mils of barrel-aged macadamia liqueur. Among my favorite things I've ever had. Hold on. Cinnamon. All right. And now you should. Look, I'm a ways away from the mic, so this should be okay. A little warning: if you're wearing headphones, this can be loud. Their blessings down here. All right. See this. And here's another person, motherfucker. What a great team up with those. Alright. Now, I'm just going to take this out to Mrs. Angry. Leave one for me, and I'll be back in 30 seconds. All right. Whew. Now I'll turn the music off. All right. Yeah, so I took the drink out to Mrs. Angry, and she, it's good. So, oh, it's nice. Then she goes, oh, it's a bit strong, isn't it? Well, yeah, it's all booze. Oh, Frankie, how you doing, bro? Your first comment didn't get through. Oh, I love the picture you sent me. Ooh, actually, here's the thing, Frank. You've got a passion project going. I don't want to derail you, but I had an idea if you were still doing animation, something really simple. If you're at all disposed, what I want is a zombie. Bonus points if it looks like AIDSy. And it's almost like a zombie newsreader doing a normal service will be resumed as soon as possible, sort of thing. You don't have any text on there, but that's the vibe I'm going for. But this is relatively simple because the zombie doesn't move. Like the zombie's probably wearing a suit or something, maybe a bit disheveled because he's a zombie, and just smiling. And I wanted it to be about a 5-minute video, and like every 30 seconds, a piece falls off him. Like, maybe an ear falls off, maybe an eye falls out, maybe his nose falls off, maybe some teeth fall out, maybe his jaw falls off, maybe right at the end of 5 minutes, like head falls off. And I want to use it on these streams for when I'm off doing something. It's like a normal service will be resumed as soon as possible. If that's something that you feel at all, this is only if you're interested, actually. So yeah. Oh god, yuck, Megaleech, steam burn on your thumbs all blistered. Nasty. Was that Lemonheads? Yeah, COVID killed them, actually. I didn't murder them. COVID took away the will to do them. Ooh, interesting. Drama, Justin. Some of the Democrats are bored doing things. All right. So Frank, really simple, as in the zombie doesn't move. He's just sitting there going. And absolutely down to you. Maybe a fly buzzes around. Maybe he blinks occasionally. But just like every 30 seconds or so, a piece falls off him. So very simple idea if you feel like doing it. Yeah, I thought of you when I thought of the idea. Yeah, so if you want to make the zombie look like AIDSy, bonus points. Oh god, Megali just sent me a pic on Discord of a blister. Oh god, it's the size of your thumbnail, dude. Good lord. Good lord, Claude. My god, that is a gnarly blister. Dang. All right. I tell you what, okay. Working from home, I'm meant to go in the office a couple of days a week. I normally pick Monday and Tuesday. Mrs. Angry's got this week off. She goes in on Monday and Tuesday, so I go in on Monday and Tuesday. And Mrs. Angry's got this week off, and so I was really tempted to not go into the office, but I thought, my team will be there, and I feel self-conscious if I'm not. I go in there, no one else from my team is in there. I'm like, fuck this noise. I came home at lunchtime and finished the day from home. Had a couple of meetings in the afternoon and did them all from home. Because the Miss peak hour, I was just like so annoyed. There was no point in me going in there. But anyway. Oh yeah. So Lemonheads, basically at the start of COVID, when everything was getting freaky, I realized all I was doing was videos about Trump and or COVID, and it felt just ugh. And I started doing these streams just to hang out, just as a sanity thing, and I basically lost all desire to do pre-recorded things. Oh, nice. I love that you're giving me choices, Frank. Just like normal cartoon style. I want it to look, but also dealer's choice. If you get an inspiration, I want you to go with it. I literally just wanted it be like a thing like, the Simpsons used to have jokes about it all the time. I'm not sure how often that ever happened, but it's like when there was some problem with the transmission, there'd usually be like a still picture of something saying normal service will be resumed as soon as possible. So don't worry about any words or anything, but I just want it to be this zombie who's sitting there smiling, looking like a newsreader. So maybe wearing a suit and just bits fall off him occasionally. But again, in terms of those style things, if you work on it and you get inspiration, I want you to fucking run with it. Run with that inspiration. Oh, Jesus, you're going to do all versions. If you do all versions, I'll probably swap and change between all versions. Ball's in your court, bro. Ball is completely in your court on this. I was hoping you'd like the idea. Failing that, we'll do Fiverr. So I should find a way to send you a thank you gift. Well, Lemonheads, a thing that's been in my head for a while now is to do pre-recorded videos, but definitely not in the angry, shouty style that I did before. I think that's had its time and it's gone. That more, I'd been calling them the fireside chat things. Still, being incredibly forthright in the politics and probably still swearing heaps as I talk, because that's just how I talk. But trying to address some of the issues that I see, and especially since I've sort of grown my hair out and stopped coloring it. So I've got all the gray. I think I could be the elder statesman / grandpa who can bestow some wisdom on the kids. Like, hey, kids. Address the things that concern me. But yeah, that's just a thought I'm having. So the thought I may or may not act on. Not rushing, because this would literally just be, it'd be for me essentially, something I want. And yeah, any sort of diehard old school angry fans who just miss me having a rant, it'd be a quiet rant. It'd be and yeah, that's the thing, Justin. I think I think I have the right to be YouTube grandpa now. Not quite 60. That does my head in that I say that, and that's true. Not quite 60. Trying to remember how. I'm not joking. I'm like, how old am I next? Because it's only a week till my birthday. 58. Hot damn. No, wait. 57. See, I don't even know. I was born in 66. So 26, I'll be 60. So this is 23, so I'll be 57. I fucking hell, man. I really have to think about it. Past 30, it all blurs, man. So if someone's being a dick, put on Rolling Stones. I love the Eagles. Do a 360 and get out there. Yes, if you do a 360, you'll be going right back in. Frankie, leave the stream running in the background. Get started an inhibition right now. Holy shit. Oh, no, Frank, it doesn't have to be super resolution. What's the 1080p? If you can do it to that. Well and good. I actually don't mind even if it's lower res if that works for you, because it'll just look funky. So, but yeah, I don't want it super high res. So whatever works for you. That is actually a really boozy drink. Honestly, that could probably do with being lightened by having some cream or coconut, like a non-alcoholic element. Not a lot, but a little bit of cream or coconut cream in it. Maybe even cream of coconut, which is sweetened coconut cream. This isn't the Eagles. Someone was born in 66, they'd be 53. Yep. You've been talking to yep, the Bing Chat AI. Justin, well, that was always the purpose of the live streams. Just like the world was getting fucking weird and quite freaky. So yeah, Frankie, 1080p. If it just 1080p, no higher than that. Yeah, AZ made it to 52. Is that right? I think that was right. I think AZ made it to 52. He was a young man compared to me. I'm sure that's how we all remember him. A young man. So, I just thought of something. Because as we come up on 9, it's Tuesday, so I'm not going to drink a lot of alcohol. I got my soda water here, but I thought I might do my orange sweet and sour mix. Might be fun. Yes, I was born quite close to Kurt Cobain. Yeah. Justin, I am incredibly disturbed at the number of politicians around the world who are making what feel like very cavalier statements about a war with China. It's just fucking ridiculous. And politicians are just way too casual with saying shit about going to war, quite honestly. That includes the Labour Party in Australia, who you would think ideologically wouldn't be such cockheads, but they are. Now, I'm pretty sure I did. I actually brought this is my orange sweet and sour mix. It's a pretty orange colour. I'm going to put just a little bit in with this soda water. And it's very heavy, so it's sunk to the bottom. So I need to stir it. I've got my stirring finger here. Stirring. It's pretty wild. It went right to the bottom. It is much heavier than the soda water. That tastes weird. Put it up a bit. So Frankie, you're also working on 3 intertwined coding projects. Keep switching between coding and animating. Oh, nice. You got stuff to swap between? Nice. Oh, I think that's kind of mixing now. All right. see what this tastes like. Oh, excellent question, Lemonheads. Horror movie that messed you up as a kid. Candyman was yours. Poltergeist. Because that was nowhere near as full on as Candyman, but a couple of the scenes in Poltergeist, which is genuinely fucked up and terrifying. There was some funny, scary stuff in it. And the build in a lot of scenes, and just think like the little girl going, "They're here." And when she's talking to the TV one night and going, "Yes, yes, no, I don't know, yes." And the mother says, "Who are you talking to?" And he goes, "The TV people." Yes, Frankie, perfect. Perfect thinking. Perfect thinking. Dude, fucking roll with it, man. You're a genius. Just roll with whatever you do. Trying to think. Okay, what were the most fucked up scenes in Poltergeist? The little girl just being creepy was very creepy. The boy, when he was freaked out by the scary clown in his room, and then it got him. The tree reaching through the window to grab the kid, that was fucked up. And the paranormal investigators were there, and one of them goes into the bathroom for a break and the lights go in, and he notices it's like this little scab on his face, and he goes, "What's that?" And he picks it and it gets bigger. And he ends up like pulling his whole face off, and then it's like and flashes, and it's like it was the house fucking with him. So yeah, Poltergeist generally, freaky fucked up movie. Ooh, that's yummy. That is yummy. Just a bit of additional flavor in my sody water. And it's just a little bit sour and a little bit orange. Nice. Nice. And got some shit happening. All right. All right, all right, all right. So it's funny, like relatively recently, like just pre-daylight saving, I would go on about how the cicadas would be going right off just before I started the stream. It was to do with when it got dark, because I noticed today the cicada was doing it at about 6 o'clock, and it was about as dark at 6 o'clock as it was at 8 o'clock quite recently. So yes, the cicada going off seems to be timed in with the sun going down. I think you do the AI thing. Some of the scary scenes in Poltergeist, the toy clown scene. Oh yes, the swimming pool with the skeletons, that was good. Yeah, the tree that comes to life I mentioned, yes. We don't get sucked into clouds. Yeah, there were. Yeah, no, those are all accurate, actually, Megaleech. And there were like some full-on scary bits and some jump scares in Poltergeist, but there was some stuff where it was subtle and it was just the hints and threats and it's fucking with you. Like when the house was supposed to be clean and the mum's running a bath and the bath fills up, and then there's just a shot where you can see the plug is not in the bath, but the bath has filled up anyway, which is your first indication that something is still wrong. So yeah, it's a good mix of subtle hints of danger, really full on over the top scenes, and a couple of jump scares. So it's great. And also a bunch of the cast died young. People talking, the curse of Poltergeist. God, now that's actually like reminding me a bit of Fanta. Sugar-free Fanta. It's reminding me, not that it's sugar-free, because the syrup I put in was 50% sugar. But I only put a little bit of it in. But because I put the sour mix in, it's not as sweet. It's got a little Fanta vibe going on in there, which is quite nice. I'm a bit of a Fanta fan, even if it's a Nazi drink. And yes, that's real. Go look up the history of Fanta. Fanta is a literal made for Hitler Nazi soft drink, which is weird. It's very weird. Same as the Volkswagen is a Nazi car. It's weird. It's definitely weird. The world is a weird, weird place. What am I doing here? To my standard, was there anything in the news? Besides Al Jaffee dying, which was a big thing. Ooh, more Liberal Party people are resigning from the front bench because they disagree with Dutton opposing The Voice. He was the Attorney General, so the Indigenous Affairs Minister quit the cabinet and the Attorney General quit the cabinet. Sorry, I don't want to go into news stories about murders or mass shootings in the US because they just keep happening. This isn't just another cyclone. WA braces for a Category 4 system across coast. Dang, that sounds pretty full on. Good Lord. That's a whole thing. Jesus, so many stories about murder. And what's funny is like what people in the US don't get. If we're ever talking about a murder in Australia, so like virtually every murder gets reported in the media. In the US, they just have so many murders. There's not enough media space to report them all. So, oof. It's a whole thing. I'm going to do the For You thing on Google News headlines. Good Lord. Donald Trump's chilling Easter message. All right, everyone's saying there's a disturbing Easter message from Trump. What was it? All-out nuclear war. World War III. I think he's speaking metaphorically. He's talking about the fact that he's actually been indicted for his criminal behavior. Everyone's laughing about how Melania Trump has just fucking disappeared since he's out of the presidency because she clearly fucking hates him. She broke her silence for the first time since her husband's indictment and arrest. Happy Easter! The former First Lady tweeted above a photo of a pink rose. First time she's posted something online since the indictment of her husband. She was even absent from her husband's post-arraignment speech. Yeah, she's fucking walked away from him. Good Lord. The things you do for money, eh? Not saying I wouldn't do it for money. Albanese from Albania. That's true, Mega Leech. We did actually beat the Nazis, so now Fanta is our drink and the Volkswagen is our car. Yes, Frankie, I believe that's the case. Coke purchased the Fanta rights after WW2. It's a whole thing. Oh, Lemonheads. No, I can see Angelica Houston and the Witches freaking you out. Absolutely. No, I think it was Hugo Boss made the Gestapo uniforms. But also, who's the other fashion person who was very Nazi? Coco Chanel, recent Behind the Bastards on how Coco Chanel was a Nazi. Oh, okay. Hardware. That's a sci-fi movie. They completely ripped off a one-shot comic from 2000 AD, the comic that Judge Dredd's in. They used to do these one-shots called Future Shocks. And that movie Hardware, if you're talking about, it's like a 90s sci-fi movie, completely ripped it off to the point when any version of it you see now will have a note in the credits that it's owes something to this story from 2000 AD, because the 2000 AD people sued them because it's an incredibly obvious ripoff of this story. There were like 20 plot points from this story in the movie. It was incredible. So Lemonheads, in an odd way, felt safer in Tehran than in California. The random shootings in the US are very unsettling. I mean, Tehran's obviously incredibly oppressive, an authoritarian state, but it's weird how you're not necessarily in danger in an authoritarian state. Yeah. So strictly Sega. So not saying the movie Hardware is bad. I actually saw that in a cinema on its first release. I saw it at the Valhalla Cinema in Sydney, Art House Cinema. But no, they actually completely ripped off this 2000 AD story. It's a very interesting. It's like sci-fi horror, basically, it's quite interesting. I think it's actually worth watching. I think you'll probably enjoy watching it. I think it's well worth watching that one from my memory, because I don't think I've watched it since the 90s. It's a whole thing. And every time I mention 2000 AD, I cannot believe there aren't movies or streaming series about 2000 AD products. Been running since the 70s. There's been so many good story arcs in there, like hundreds of movies, hundreds of streaming series could be in there. Oh, High Rolling in a Hot Corvette. Was there actually a song in the soundtrack called High Rolling? Because I kind of remember in the early days of video, a movie called High Rolling that had a song from a very popular 70s, early 80s Australian pop band called Sherbet. I never saw the movie. I don't know if it's the same movie. Oh, Frankie, if you like Rundown, Filthy, Hole in the Wall, I think run with whatever your inspiration is, man. But yeah, given it's a zombie, maybe the studio should be run down as well. I think that's a great idea. It used to be a default thing in Australian movies. It's like they were really insecure. They had to cast someone American in them, and it was always kind of embarrassing. Just the cultural cringe thing that Australia is not good enough. We have to have someone American in it. Rays, what's up, man? What's up? Okay, I love it, Frankie. You're really, really going for it. Tarantulas, rats, cockroaches. Man, anything you're inspired to put in there, put in there. Oh, yeah. So it is the movie. It was Sherbet. Yeah. Okay. Okay. So I don't think I ever watched that movie, but I remember it being advertised on VHS in the early days of home video with a Sherbet soundtrack. I don't know, Megalich thing. I was talking about making the zombie look a bit like AIDSy. A glory hole might be fitting. You never know. Tell people after being in Iran for 3 months, giving Canadians a bad name. The people stay around treated you well. Bitch about actually, I feel like I have a lot of time for the Iranian people, not the theocrats who seized power and have been oppressing people for a couple of decades, but the ordinary Iranian people. I feel like I have a bit of time for. So, Trixie said the American was really hyper. Well, that's funny because I didn't even know there was an American in a feature role in it, but that used to happen all the time. Like, oh my god, I started watching this movie. It's on Prime. I might go back and watch all of it at some point. It's a Australian bushranger movie from the 70s called Mad Dog Morgan, and Dennis Hopper is the central character, Mad Dog Morgan, based on a real Australian bushranger. The version of it that's on Prime is really low res. Like, it really looks like you're watching it on a VHS tape, honestly. Yeah, and I did start watching it. And I might go back and watch it because it's just funny. Dennis Hopper in the 70s playing an Irish bushranger in an Australian movie. Pretty goddamn funny. Yeah, that used to be but it was also in the early days of DVD as well. You know, coming soon when you watched the movie. Jesus, Amazon Prime still does it to you now. When you start watching something, half the time they'll push a trailer for something else. You can skip it, but it's like, oh my god, they're actually putting a trailer before the show I'm going to watch. So fixed resolution gives you an advantage. Oh, sorry, I clicked on the thing. Design backgrounds in Photoshop, more options. Oh yeah, excellent. Go for it, man. Yeah, definitely do what works for you. Strictly Sega. American was the dude from an old Disney movie. He's popular at the time called the. Oh, I saw that Disney movie, The Black Hole. That was a kind of okay movie. They felt compelled to put cutesy robots in it because of Star Wars. That was such a thing. So Maximilian Schell was the bad guy. Oh, was it Robert Foster or Anthony Perkins? Which one was it? Or Tom McLaughlin? Oh, and the female character Yvette Nemu, which was a great name. She kind of had her moment in the 70s. Oh, Bob was voiced by Slim Pickens. There you go. A bunch of DVDs did have the trailer too. All right, so you've seen Mad Dog Morgan. Yeah, no, it's not a great film. It's not a great film. Is Lemmy in Hardware? Okay, see, I don't remember that. Ace of Spades is in the soundtrack when Lemmy's there. See, I don't remember. I don't remember that. I don't remember Lemmy and Ace of Spades playing. Sorry. I love that. Raze, you did leg gym at the day and can't stand up. Dude, I only have to walk around the block. That's my leg day and I can't stand up. Australian movie High Rolling. Now I want to look at who's in it. Oh, Joseph Bottoms. Okay. So that's who we're talking about because Joseph Bottoms was in The Black Hole as well. Oh, yeah. That's what he looks like young. Right. He got a Golden Globe in 1975. He's only 68. There you go. He's a bit more than a decade older than me. Bottoms as a... Bottoms. Such a silly name. Oh, I love that. Knocking out 2 or 3 Aussie films a week. Nice. I should watch more Aussie films. So you're doing weight training? Ooh. Just to get ready of walking around mountains. Okay, that's proper preparation. Should you say you think you don't need to go hard with legs? There is a very big difference between someone who's done the muscle building and someone who has actual fitness. I've seen a joke in something where it's like, some big roided up guy who's pretty scary is chasing you, gonna punch you out of stuff. Just run up a flight of stairs and they won't be able to follow you because they don't have the cardio to make it up a flight of stairs. They're just all bodybuilding. So fun divergence into weird Australian movies. Terrorist leader who planned to attack the Mardi Gras in Sydney, jailed for 15 years. Yeah, good. Fuck you, dude. That's it's about rent increases. 64% rent increase, taking it to the Civic and Administrative Tribunal. It's in Tamarama. I had a friend who lived in Tamarama, maybe even in that building. $670 a week to $1,100 a week. So someone just bought the building in 2021. It's trying to push people out so it can rebuild, I think. Huh. Yeah, no, landlords are fucking evil. It's that simple. Oh, someone from oh, fuck off. It's like someone from ABBA died. It was guitarist, let's say Valentine. No, he was not ABBA. ABBA is the 4 of them. That's some fucking bullshit. Fucking clickbait bullshit. Hate that shit. Double prescriptions. It's all very silly. That's weird. You run half marathons. Gym heads would say don't pass them. Don't pass me, cunt. Um, I it remind me of a side thing. Guy I used to work with, he did a lot of walking for exercise. It was pretty good. And I thought I'd join him once more. This was a long time ago. And he was saying like walking the track in the botanical gardens here in Melbourne, known as the Tan, walking the Tan. And he said, "Oh, you got to watch out. There'll be these groups of guys, like footballers or something. They're all jogging together and they're jogging in a clump, and they'll basically run over the top of you. You have to step off the path because they won't move." And I went, "Well, no, it's like give and take. You go both ways." And he goes, "Yeah, no, these guys won't move." And I'm like, "Oh, they'll fucking move." And he's going, "Oh, they won't." And I said, "Okay, thanks for the tip." And so we're walking along the Tan, and it was like across the left, and there's a group of fuck knuckles, like 6 of them, uh, coming all in a row, coming straight out, not giving any ground. And I'm like, right. And I'm just holding my line, like I'm not fucking moving. And these cunts run straight at me. And so, an old Aussie rules trick, at the last second, I dropped my shoulder. So I was below this guy's shoulder. So I dropped my shoulder into his chest, essentially. It's an old Aussie rules trick. Lowest shoulder wins. When you're running straight at someone, if your shoulder's lower, you're going to come in. And so this fucking prick, a bunch of pricks running straight up. And like, he's literally, his obvious intent was to knock me over. And so I'm like, "Oh, you got on, you can't." Vooch. And just like my shoulder into his chest, and he went spiraling off to the side. And I was like, "Yeah, fuck you, you prick." Oh, so you're doing some more creative stuff, draw a cartoon style of a zombie newsreader. Oh, wow. Okay. Okay, I've got to look at what you've been. Oh, shit. These are really good. Oh, God, this is like. Okay, I need to share these because they're pretty amazing. This one kind of looks like Donald Trump as a zombie newsreader. Loading really slowly. These are pretty friggin' funny, though. All right. So I'm going to share these. Starting with this one. See what I mean about it? He kind of looks like Donald Trump as a zombie. Honestly, that is pretty funny. Oh yeah. Okay, now this one is weird because it's given the zombie double pupils, so it kind of looks like an insect. The double pupils. That is also pretty goddamn funny. All right, this one's very weird. So I'm looking at the next one. This one is looking a bit like the zombie has diarrhea. Looks like he's straining. Really looks like he's straining. Looks less like a zombie, this one, and just like someone who's constipated. That is pretty gosh darn weird. But there's also this one. Where are we? Just gotta do this. I quite like this one with his tongue hanging out and all the weird shit on the monitors behind him. And this is where the things not being able to do fingers kind of works because they're like deformed zombie fingers anyway. I quite like that. Oh, sorry. I think Justin's just done a zombie Trump. So I really quite like this. I feel like that's zombie Trump there. That's pretty funny. Lawsy. Those are all very fun. Yeah, that's what I thought. You must have put Donald Trump as a zombie. That was pretty good. Pretty gosh darn good. Okay. Yes, put the number placard. Yeah, Trump mugshot. Oh God. Okay, was there anything else wacky in there? Oh God, did anyone see that weird fucked up thing? The Dalai Lama messing around with some kid saying, "Give me a kiss," and then sticking his tongue out and saying, "Suck my tongue." That was very weird. Oh, wow. Some more from Wonder of Trump Zombie. Man, that one on the left looks a bit reptilian. It's very unsettling. It's silly. It's fun, though. Yeah, that's a New World Order reptilian Trump running stuff there. That is fucked up. Oh, Jesus Christ. I hate scrolling through news headlines. There's a whole fucking section on the British royal family, usually centering on Harry and Meghan, and I fucking hate it so much. So very much. God damn. Ooh. Police destroyed a $20 million illegal tobacco plantation. Not marijuana, tobacco. An illegal tobacco plantation. Good Lord. Everything you need to get a flu and COVID. I'm getting a flu shot tomorrow. The same place does COVID shots, so I'm going to say to them while I'm there, hey, when can I get a COVID booster as well? Oh, Strictly Sega, did you miss the suck my tongue thing? No, that's like apparently the Dalai Lama's sense of humor. The little kid came up for a hug and he said, like, give me a kiss, like kiss him on the cheek or something, and then poked his tongue out, which is apparently a thing with Tibetans, but then said something like suck my tongue, and then didn't know why people were weirded out by it. Oh, this one, Justin. This one doesn't even look like zombie Trump. Just kind of looks like Trump. That's just Trump with a particular sort of lighting. Actually, that's got a Max Headroom vibe to it. To me, this is Trump as zombie Max Headroom. Oh. I love what Streaky saying about, of all people, the Dalai Lama. Okay, you get all particularly lefties who are all like, the Dalai Lama's cool. No, the Dalai Lama is actually fucked. The Dalai Lama's attitudes towards sex and sexuality are fucking toxic as fuck. He's very anti-sex. Like, he literally even has said in one of his books, basically, that having sex during the day is sinful. Like, you're not really meant to enjoy it and having a wild time. You should be doing it in the dark. Like, his attitude to sex and sexuality are fucked up and retrograde. And he has repeatedly said creepy things about women too. The Dalai Lama is actually fucked. I did have a real funny thing with someone getting upset at me once for saying the Dalai Lama was fucked. I said, like, you need to actually read his books and not just one or two platitudes that make you feel good. And they're like, oh, you don't know what you're talking about. So then I got actual excerpts from her books, and then they just got mad. It was really funny. They didn't accept, like, this is his book. This is what's in his book. And it's fucked. He's homophobic. He's not just homophobic. He's fucking sex phobic. But while at the same time saying gross things about women and their parents, he's fucked. He's absolutely fucked. So yeah, it was kind of fun giving this sort of hippie lefty fucks evidence that the Dalai Lama's fucked, and instead of them going, I had no idea, I didn't realize that, they just got angry at me, which I found kind of funny and stupid. Sorry. Oh shit, this one's so funny. Megaleech has done some more zombie news readers. What am I doing? This one made me giggle. Maybe newsreader zombie, Liberal Party politician zombie. That one's funny. I like that one. I got so many Discord notes. I've got another one with the double pupils. What's it doing with the... Oh, what are we doing? What's it doing with the double pupils? Oh, wait, this one's not loading yet. Dude, this is like early days of the internet, waiting for something to load. This is what getting porn stills used to be on, just refreshing line by line. Slowly getting there. But yeah, that's a real sort of old school. I love that they just get the fingers wrong. Too many fingers there. So if I had an NBN outage, that happens. Wait, what am I doing? Discord. Oh gosh, sorry, this one's kind of funny. This is a much younger looking zombie, and he seems to be having issues, quite honestly. Safra, I didn't have an NBN outage. Yeah, I love this guy. He's a much younger zombie newsreader, and he seems to be having issues, quite honestly. Oh dear. I think there's yet another one that looks like Trump. I find it very interesting. If you didn't give a Trump prompt, it still does zombie newsreaders that have a real Trump vibe. God, those are really funny. Those are extremely funny. That is a fun fact, Safa. Huge if true. Fredo Frogs founded in Fitzroy. And also, if you leave out apparently and where, that is an excellent alliteration sentence. Fun fact, Fredo Frogs founded in Fitzroy. That's fun to say. Fun fact, Fredo Frogs founded in Footscray. Fitzroy. Why did I say Footscray? Yeah, see, strictly Sega, I'd call those pictures a starting point for a real artist because they've got a cute vibe, a funny vibe, but there are ridiculous wrong things with them, like the lighting and the fingers and the teeth and all that sort of stuff. But I mean, I'd use them. I'd be comfortable using them as a prompt for an artist, just like this kind of catches the vibe of what I'm saying, but maybe make it a bit more gloomy and, fix up the fingers and the teeth and whatevs. So I'd like them as a prompt or even a mood board. But yeah, they have some silly problems that you'd want a proper artist to fix. A human being. Sorry, I got a yawn happening. Oh. Man's family calls his wife a concubine. Well, that's fun. Metropolis the musical. That's interesting. A musical based on the 1920s silent film. I've always been amazed no one's done a film remake of Metropolis, because you could do a really good movie of that. Sports things, property shit, finance shit. Al Jaffee died, which was a theme for tonight's thing. Oof. Just looking if there are actually any. Oh, wowzers. Dutton. Juzzy, this one doesn't so much look like Dutton. It's a great picture, actually. It's a great picture. I think it's too flattering to be Dutton. God, it's reminding me of a particular actor, actually. It's way too flattering for Dutton. Who's it reminding me of? Almost Frank Langella. Yeah, it's giving me a vibe of, I can't quite put my finger on it, but it's actually way too attractive for Dutton. It's a great image. I really like the image. Strictly saying, you're so Tim Smith. You're going to drive through 5 walls. Well, I'm just keeping it fairly light tonight. The one rum old fashioned for a video, and then the creamy bee. I was initially thinking I'd probably drink both the old fashions, but Mrs. Angry was like, "Can I have one?" And I'm like, yes. And then she asked for the other ones. I made one for myself as well. Oh dear. Sorry, another one of Megalich's cartoony ones. I was doing the screen result. This one's very insect-like, with the wrong number of fingers again. An extra finger. That's actually quite unsettling. Sorry, really? Is Apple TV really remaking Metropolis? Safa, I think it's not so much my internet that's loading slowly. It's probably the websites that thing's on. Holy shit, here's some good ones. This one's maniacal. All right, I gotta get... This one looks maniacal. Oh yeah, I did mention that it's this very serious looking cyclone coming after. Oh fuck it, I'm gonna show this one slowly loading, like the old days of the internet. This one has a fucking Tony Abbott vibe. This one absolutely has a Tony Abbott vibe. That's oof. That's a thing. That's a thing right there. No onion though. So strictly, are your laser discs in WA? How close to the cyclone? Hopefully not too close because it doesn't look good. This one's got the Trump hair again. It looks very worried. This zombie looks very worried. That's like an expression of fear on it. That one. Okay, I'm just going to say it as this one loads. This one has an unsettling AIDSy vibe. Not so much in how it looks, but the grabby hands. This is really fascinating. Too many fingers on the right hand, the right number on the left hand. Not so much that looks like AIDSy, but the whole scary, creepy, grabby vibe is very AIDSy to me. Oh yeah, that one just looks too happy. The other one looked really worried. That one looks too happy. Very unsettling. Really fun images though. Oh, excuse me. I'm fascinated with how many of those ones you generated, Megaleech, that had Trump hair. It's like about 1 in 3 of them had Trump hair, which is very unsettling. So, Frankie, put the background comment on the picture posted earlier. Cool. Let me see on the Facebook. Oh, yeah, no, nice background. I was going to share this other one of Frank's for an AIDSy story. AIDSy Straya Ranger. Oh my god, so good. Oh god, sorry. Strict said you're in WA, not worried about the laser discs. They can't run. Oh yes, if your Twister laser disc comes flying off the wall and kills you. Oh, yeah, that is a question, Frank. I don't know. Do you use Discord? Are you on my Discord? I don't know if you use Discord. Oh, okay. So if you don't use Discord, that's fine. You can send stuff to me via Facebook. Fine and dandy. It is true, Tricky Sega. The other social media apps seem to be crashing and burning. None faster than Twitter. But there's some warning signs in Facebook too. Who the heck knows what's actually going to happen? It's very hard to be sure. But yeah, Frank has done animations before that has me and AIDSy and Frank himself in them. They're all very funny. Hooty hoo. Yeah, I tend to use both, Frank. Websites. No, I just mean as a website. Twitter's in terrible trouble. And there are warning signs for Facebook as well. But who knows? Remains to be seen. Predicting the future is a mug's game. Even when something seems super obvious, it doesn't always turn out that way. Sometimes when you're sure something's going to be the next big thing, it disappears without a trace. Sometimes when you're sure that something's a rock solid bet, it crashes and burns. So, I guess we shall see what we see. All right, so you actually trace the photo. You do that style where you trace the photo. So, yeah, no, I thought they were good likenesses and it was fun. Actually, now I even think of it. What YouTube am I on this browser? Okay, trying to think of it. Yes. All right. Oh my God, this is from so long ago. 7 years ago. Jesus Christ, time flies. Okay, I do want to play this one from Frank. This was inspired by a monologue of mine. Wait, why is everything loading so slowly? Okay, so this is just 2 minutes, but I am gonna play this. Oh yeah, no, Elon just is fucking Twitter. It's bizarre. I'm gonna share this video. It's only 2 minutes. It's just a silly rant of mine. And you don't need me on here for this, and I'll turn my mic off too.
People often ask me, do I do the angry thing in real life? Am I always angry and shouting at people? Well, not really, because it can get out of hand. Sometimes I've let myself go. It doesn't end all that well, so I try not to do it too often. Like the other day, I was in a health food store. Shut up. I was in a health food store. I really was. And I walked past the display of, some hideous gluten-free, nut-free, chocolate-free, dairy-free, taste-free abomination they were calling a snack. And the mascot was like this big, fuzzy koala-looking thing. So it actually looked like a koala bear. Like, didn't look like a koala. It was halfway between a koala and a bear. It's this big, fuzzy thing. And he had a little sign on it that said, "I'm better for you." And corner of my eye, as I was walking past, what I saw was this really smug-looking bear holding a sign saying, "I'm better than you." And I just went, "The fuck you better than me!" And that drew a bit of attention. Now, some people might have backed down at that point, but I still thought the bear was saying he's better than me. So there is a principle at stake now. And I said, don't look at me like that. If you don't want me getting angry, you don't have these obnoxious bears in here telling me they're better than me just because they eat that gluten-free crap. And that's when they said I wasn't allowed in the store anymore. And I didn't go without a fight. I was going to take this goddamn smug bear down with me. But, there was 3 of them, and they were in a health food store, so they were healthy and strong. So, yeah, I can't go in that health food store anymore. Well, I hope you enjoyed that. Something a little bit different. My mate Frank did that animation.
I thought I brought myself back. So that's Frank animating one of my rants, which I thought was very funny. Oh dear. So yes, while we're on the topic, I just thought I'd share that one. The other really fun one Frank did, AIDSy pretending to be a fucked up scat cat. And you have to be Oh, okay, Frankie, you want to see this? Just so thing. Show the AZ Scat Cat one. Okay. Stuff I'd never visited there again. Okay, so what it's called Whatever Happened to Scat Cat? And there's two versions of it. One is a really bad thing I did. Then there's a much better one that Frank did. I'll play Frank's. So the voice in this one, I mean, I'm sure you'd all be able to tell, but the voice in this one is AZ. So again, okay. So for reference, Scat Cat was in an animation that was in a 90s Paula Abdul music video called Opposites Attract. And so AZ did this thing for a comedy show of Scat Cat being all washed up. And I'll disappear and I'll play this.
Oh, they tell you you'll be a big star. They tell you you'll get all the drugs and women you could ever want. What they don't tell you is how much cock you're going to have to suck just to do an infomercial for recycling after your album bombs on the charts. Hey, did you know I fucked Paul Abdul? Hey, I tried to audition for American Idol, but they said three-dimensional humans only. And I was all like, hey, Paula, do you remember when opposites attracted in the mouth? Oh.
I just love that was so AZ. That one. So very, very AZ. But yeah, so might have something in that style soon for when I'm off doing stuff. It's a laugh in it. It's a laugh in it. What is he like? What is he like? It's almost bedtime. So what are we doing? Moving on. I don't force my kids to drink water. Soft drink's fine. No, it's not. It's actually quite bad. But anyway. Wowzers. Ugh. Jesus, what the fuck? All these fucked up news stories. Oh dear. No, just all fucked stories. Just looking at fucked stories. Oh, motorsport. Oh, Jamie Oliver, heartwarming. Marriage vows. What the heck? Taylor Swift. Ugh, Harry Potter TV show. Oofed. It's just fucked. Rod Stewart, who must, I was going to say he must be 90. He's 78. Got a tattoo of the Glasgow Celtic football team. It's a rational thing for a 78-year-old to do. How do you even tattoo someone that wrinkly, honestly? Redonkulous. Nice. Kylie Minogue, 54, gives the Kooks guitarist Hugh Harris, 35, her number following a split. You get some, Kylie. You get some. That's a mid 50s with mid 30s. That's a reasonable age gap. Not being like Leo DiCaprio in your mid 50s dumping anyone who's older than 22. That's creepy. Mid 30s, fine. Mid 20s, bit creepy. Potential harm. White could be harder to buy booze. That sounds like bad news. Ugh. Seriously, it's like a paywall for the Courier Mail. Who the fuck is paying for the Courier Mail? Suck my balls. David Crosby died from COVID. There you go. Doo-doo-doo. Wowzers. All right, that's all ridiculous. But it's looking at those things. Says, take me up. I actually, that's not the worst one. The half year age plus 7, assuming that comes to over 18. Yeah, no, I'm with you, Strictly Sega. Should absolutely. I didn't stop my kids from having soft drink, but should absolutely limit it. Definitely. Yeah, but see, the whole 16 years also depends on your ages as well. In fact, general 16 years, you know, a 30-year-old and a 14-year-old, you're not going to do that, are you? Yeah, see, that's reasonable. See, it's like Leo's in his mid-50s and seemed to be dumping women after they turn 22. That's just on the creepy side of things. But yeah, might leave. Speaking about creepy age differences. Look, honestly, okay. Look, a 22-year-old is capable of making choices, but it's also my problem with Leo went beyond the age difference, because I mean it's not like the age difference was criminal or anything, but it was more the power imbalance. You know, like 50-something, one of the most high-profile people in Hollywood picking up 22-year-olds. The power imbalance there is creepy. That's not like us normal humans. Stuff what I'm watching tomorrow. Started watching a new series on Prime called The Power. Quite enjoying it. But I'll probably be watching something. I think there'll probably be an episode of The Mandalorian to watch tomorrow. I don't know. Probably watch a few things tomorrow. We'll see how it goes. But yes, I'm going to go. Won't be doing a stream tomorrow. Probably do one on Thursday. But I hope you fine folk look after yourselves, because I would like to see you again another time. But pending that, I will actually say